Yo everyone, let me start this presentation by letting you know that I've included clips of me hitting these two cymbals before and after the cleaning. So if you want to hear the difference, feel free to fast forward. This experiment's guinea pigs are a heavily tarnished 20 inches Zildjian ZHT ride on the left and 18 inches crash on the right. Now, there are a few important warnings worth drawing attention to, particularly regarding the Groove Juice, which has much more written on its labels than the Buckaroo. I'm going to display what I copied from the product labels on the screen now, so it might be a good time to pause the video and read through it all if you like. I'll try to be as objective and fair as I can and not overly critical. However, there are a few comments I feel are important to add. Firstly, in some ways I'm not using the Groove Juice exactly as directed, so arguably that already disqualifies this video as one to determine which product works better. What I mean by that is, firstly, the Groove Juice label says it's recommended for high quality bronze cymbals and not for budget priced ones. Now, expressions like high quality or budget priced might seem a bit vague for some, and we could argue whether Zildjian ZHT series falls into either of these categories. According to my brief research, they're made of B12 Bronze and they're sort of mid-range priced, I'd say. Secondly, they advise to try the cleaner on hidden areas first and discontinue use if discoloration occurs. And I admittedly didn't follow that instruction and kept going even after noticing the cymbal turning slightly red-ish shortly after the initial spraying. My comment to that would be that there aren't really any hidden areas on your cymbal to try out. Also, once the discoloration occurs, it's kinda already too late. Lastly, I didn't have access to warm water to rinse off, so I used cotton balls soaked in cold water. With all that in mind, I'd like to think of this video more as an experiment showing what happens if you use these two specific products on these specific cymbals, rather than determining which cleaner is better or worse. Another thing to mention is that Groove Juice produces a very strong acid-like smelling fumes that actually made me cough straight away. So unless you're enjoying entering alternative states of consciousness, I'd recommend using a face mask or anything else that filters your inhaling. Buckaroo Cleaner, on the other hand, had much less intrusive and, to me, more pleasant smell. I spent significantly more time polishing the ride with Buckaroo than I did using Groove Juice on the crash. I stopped each at the stage where I felt like there wasn't much changing anymore. I started both video clips at real-time speed and then increased it accordingly so that they end at the same time. But the clip on the left is in fact played around twice as fast as the one on your right for the most part of this presentation. I know that many drummers are concerned about preserving the logos during cleaning, so in that respect you could say that the Groove Juice performed better. It also left the crash feeling much drier, whereas the ride cleaned with Buckaroo felt more polished and smooth. Lastly, the label suggests to give milk to a person who might have accidentally consumed a bit of Groove Juice. So if you're a vegan, you should probably go with the other one.